Follow me to the seats. Or I'll follow you.
Hi.
You're on the. Did you go to the van yet? Have you been to the Turtle Vans?
Not this stop.
You're in one of the videos.
Nice.
Video on the van.
Nice. It's kind of.
What's happening, brother?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just take like one of these bad seats because I'm gonna move. So.
Oh, you look so hot.
Thank you. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're not wearing a suit, dude. Dude, you have a Ninja Turtle tattoo. That's awesome.
I have lots of Ninja Turtle tattoos.
Oh, yeah. So you went for the biggest fan ever, right? The tattoo is upside down.
What's that? I know.
Okay, so who are you?
There you go.
Okay, wait. I have to turn it on. Come on. You got the signature on your body, too? Biggest fan ever. Merci beaucoup. Oh, another one.
Baby.
People love you for your tattoos, right?
Well, they love me for me, but the tattoos are a bonus.
Wow.
Thank you, appreciate it. Hey.
Streaming?
No. There's no net connection in these rooms. Yeah. You have to basically stand outside the press area in order to get any. Yeah. So. Yeah. I was just super upset that I had to, like, because I promised people, right, that I was gonna stream, and I'm like. This kid's huge, dude. That's crazy. It's gonna be standing room.
What do you want from him, Isaac? Hey, what's up?
Everything.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you, man.
It's not good to see me, though, huh? Huh?
What? Guys, how about a little pose for the cameras? Most muscular.
Nice.
Sweet.
I was like, Ninja Turtle.
Are you gonna show my? Are you really showing this video? The whole thing?
Just became a wonderful the whole thing. It was a merchandising feast.
From Playmates.
Oh my goodness, this thing is huge. It was so great. Phantom now, it's a very personal thing.
Nobody told me it was big. I sort of had to find out for myself.
Heroes in a half shell, turtle power. I went to a lot of restaurants and I can eat all my meals there so I can save money to buy art supplies and all that kind of stuff.
I like before the Turtles, my goal was to become eventually a comic book artist, but that didn't seem to be working out too well.
Part-time work, part-time school, life drawing classes, and then always doing comics and submitting stuff to comic companies and things like that.
But at that time, really, there were two big companies, Marvel and DC, a couple of small companies that have been around for years, Archie and Dell, but there wasn't a whole lot in the way of self-publishing or small publishers doing the kind of stuff I wanted to do, except for some of the underground people who were still around.
When I moved from Maine to the Northampton,
I'm in this video.
I found this magazine called Scat, and it was a comic book magazine. They had most of the editorial, but had some cartoons and stuff. And I was living in Amherst, and the magazine was in Northampton, so I went over to see if I could sell some of my artwork to the comics and stories I was writing and drawing. They said, you should meet this guy, Peter Laird, because he draws the same kind of goofy stuff you do.
It wasn't really until I hooked up with Kevin Eastman and we became friends and partners in drawing that it really started to become apparent that maybe you could do something in comics, because that's when Dave Sim was becoming popular with his Cerebus comic, and the Peonies had been doing ElfQuest for several years, and there were a few other things coming out around that time. And that inspired us to be thinking, maybe this is a real avenue, a realistic thing, not just like a mini comic like the ones I had done.
Mirage Studio was really founded under the principle that it was a good name for what it was, Mirage. We actually didn't have a studio. Peter and his wife Janine were renting a house in Dover, New Hampshire. That's when I moved in, and so we used the living room as our studio.
It was just us in our living room with our lap boards, with this cheap-ass TV that we're always watching while we're drawing.
Are you for real? We'll explain later, April.
The creation of the Ninja Turtles is great. It really came out of love of comic books and goofing around, being silly.
Kevin was goofing around with me, and he drew a turtle with a mask on and standing on its hind legs, and had an chalk was strapped to his forearms, and showed it to me, and I cracked up, and I had to do my own version.
The studio one-upmanship. He, of course, had to do a drawing to top my drawing. So he did a drawing of a turtle, changed some things, and then, of course, I had to one-up him, so I did a drawing of all four, all standing in different poses with different weapons. This dramatic Ninja Turtle title block above them. I did it in pencil, gave it to Pete, and he inked it in and added Teenage Mutant to the title block.
The next day, we started talking about it some more, and we're like, that's kind of a cool idea. Maybe we should do something with it. And that was really the genesis of the comic book. It was like, okay, let's figure out a story to explain this ridiculous name.
We are aware of ownership and trademark and copyright protection, so that we not only self-publish, have full editorial control, write drawings out of the kind of stories that we wanted to read, not having an editor tell us what to do, what not to do, and then own our characters. We were aware enough that we wanted that. Once we started self-publishing, we published the first issue of the Turtles, and it sold, and we still kept getting calls for more. And so we said, well, before we pay my uncle back, let's print another. We could afford to print another 6,000 of number one, and so we printed